Hello guys, Wahoo here, back on another video. This time around, as you can see down there in the title, what does a max class in Trove actually look like and how are you sort of going to get it? And I said sort of because this is not an in-depth guide. You can probably also see it from how long it is. If you're looking for in-depth guide on every class, it is linked in the description for all my build guides for every single class. This is more of an overview because I see this question quite a lot, that people are sort of, how are you going to progress in your characters? And I just want to put some perspective of what people should be focusing on and how much things actually weigh, if that makes any sense. I'll make a sense in a little bit. So let's just jump into it right away. As you can see here, I'm 47,121 power rank at the moment. And the way you are going to see what you should be focusing on basically comes from, and it's pretty simple. I could spoil it for you right away. It's gonna be gems. It's gonna be gems. If you already, wanted to know that the TLDR is gems, just focus on your gems. But if you want a more like explanation on why it's gems, you can see it right here from my power rank. So if you hover your power rank, you can see I get 450 from my class level, that's max level 30. And then also 90 from my subclass, from equipping a level 30 subclass. And then you get 7,182 from my equipment, and that's also maxed out equipment, Crystal 4 as it is right now. And then I also obtained 2,207 from my master rank and 500 from my Geo master rank, which is max right now with the 100 levels. Then you get 500 power rank out of that, and then 1,800 from dragons. I'm missing 2 dragons, which of course is going to give me a little bit more. I think it's 100 more or so. But again, the showstopper is of course our gems. So even equipping or taking out, if you take out the class level, also the subclass level, if you take out the mastery and the geode mastery and the dragons, I would still be 40,000 plus. So if you're looking to build your character toward 40,000, this is the way you're going to do it, with your equipment and with your gems, and mostly your gems. I'll talk about that. I'll show sort of my equipment, I'll show you my gems, and kind of more go into depth about the gems and why you should be focusing on your gems to progress. So if you're stuck somewhere, you don't really know what to do, I'll kind of tell you in a way how you are going to go there. So the first things first is, how are you going to get to that max power rank as we just talked about? Well, the first thing you should really know is that if you can't really progress, look at your level. So if you're not level 30, you have no possible way of getting progress further. So it's really important that you level up to the max. Why? Because again, gems are super important. So if you don't have all your slots unlocked here, you cannot not equip gems. Even if it's bad gems, they can still be equipped and still gonna give you more. But if you don't even have the possibility to equip them, then you cannot progress either. So make sure that you are, if you're looking to get that max out your character by also, of course, getting to level 30 or at least like quite high level. Again, we're gonna skip the subclass because again, then you would need 2 classes and it's only gonna give us 90 power rank, which is basically nothing. And then let's talk about Geode Mastery. We'll talk about a regular mastery or Trove Mastery in a little bit, but let's talk about Geode Mastery because you can max that out. Of course, you can say that if you are number 1 on Mastery, then you have, of course, maxed it out at the moment, but of course, that's always going to be more. And of course, we don't know in the future if the Geode Mastery is going to be more than 100. But right now, you can only get 100 levels or ranks on your Geode Mastery, which then it caps out on 500 power rank for that one. So I can talk about that one. And then also, of course, with dragons right now, we have, all the dragons. So that's sort of also maxed out because, you can't get in more dragons right now. But if in the future, you're going to get more, we'll be able to get more dragons. They will add it at some point, add more dragons. Of course, I would be very surprised if they stopped doing that because they, have always done that. So, but I would be very surprised if this was the max dragons we would have. But the point is, make sure, of course, you get it dragons as well, but it's sort of like also like mastery. It's something you're gonna get over time. It's not something you can just say, hey, let me max that out. But I also want to give people the perspective on, Geode Mastery, dragons, classes, subclasses, and then of course also regular mastery, that it is not weighed as much, compared to if you see my gems. But let's lastly talk about the mastery, and you can see I'm 707 mastery, and I'm only, that's the point, that's only getting 2,207 mastery out of that. I would still be 45,000 power rank or higher if I remove, for example, my mastery rank from, of course, my power rank from my mastery rank. So if I took that out, I would still be 45,000. So that's not weighing very, very heavily. Again, you would only get 450 from your class level, but especially the levels that unlock the gems has a big weight to it. So that's why I'm also mentioning that. So taking all that out, we have our equipment and we also have our gems. And you can see I have 7,182 from my equipment, and this is actually maxed out equipment. This is Crystal 4 as we have right now with 5 stars, with pearled up. All the items are doing that with these, and also of course I have a level 4 ring on. I do have also an ally, but I also have the banner, you know, the U10 banner or U11 banner, the max banner you can have, and also of course everything else is equipped here as well. So I'm getting 7,182 from all of this for having something completely maxed out. And sure, my gems are also maxed out, but the point is you get so much more from your gems, which we are going to talk about right now. So make sure that you level up and you slowly but surely equip more gear. But again, it's just so much easier to level up and then take your gems and really focus on that, because these are my gems. These are maxed out gems. You know, you can see right here, they're all maxed out, also with perfect stats on them, of course, in the sense of them all being 100%. You can see right here, if I go really quickly over to the gem forge here and I put it down here, you can see 100%, 100%, 100%, and the same thing, everything is 100%, which is again also going to give you more mastery. But you should not really focus on making them 100%. I just wanted to show you guys that's something you basically do after you have maxed them out, or over time as you get more of these improvements to and augmentations to them, you can max them out if there was a good gem to start out with. And of course you also always want a gem with 3 stats on them when they are level 1, or else it won't be something absolutely crazy in the end. So where, you know, gems are going to be absolutely amazing, that is on level 5, 10, and 15. Those are going to give you some extra. So let's say a gem goes up by 10 power rank every single time. Then on 5, 10, and 15, it's gonna go up more than that. So let's say just 20. I don't know the exact numbers, but at those levels, it's gonna go up way more. It's also gonna go way more up from 25 to 26 when you upgrade them, or if you find a crystal gem, for example. But usually, mostly people that are going for the first class usually upgrade them going from that. But because you don't have a class that are going to, you know, you can farm crystal gems on, which when you do have a max character, you can do that for your other classes. But we're talking kind of sort of a first class, the first time you are going to go to that, because second time you basically know what to do. So I don't think you're gonna forget doing it the second time. So we're gonna kind of take the perspective of a person that has done it the first time. So the point is, it's also going to go quite significantly up from 25 to 26 when you upgrade it from stellar to crystal as well. And then you're going to end up for the big gems, as you can see, 2830 and then 2550 for these ones as well. And if they are not that, then first of all, it might have not started on 3 stats. If it did, you can go check that out if you want to know if it actually is a good gem. So I'm just going to go a little bit more in depth here. You can see these 3 stars or augmentations here happen at level 5, 10, and 15. So if it's over level 15, the gem, and it don't have 3 of these, maybe only 2, only 1, then it maybe only started with that, because at level 5, if you don't have 3 stats, it's gonna add a stat instead, and it's not gonna give you the same amount of power rank going forward. So make sure you check up on this, and then you can always change the stats around. You can always move these things around, and you can always improve these ones as well. With all the things down here, you can change everything around. So only thing you want to look for is those 3 stats on the gem starting out, and make sure you have those. And then over time, if you have some bad gems, you should just replace them with some better ones when you get further into the game. But yeah, this is what they all look like. So that's what you want to focus on. So it's pretty simple to progress. It's just all grinding it out. First of all, getting to that max level. Then, of course, equipping any gear you can basically get and going through the tiers, going through Stellar, and then going to Crystal, going from 1 to 4, and then, you know, getting your banner, getting your rings up, and that's going to cover your equipment. And then for your gems, just keep adding gems. But of course, you not add gems if you're not that level. So also make sure you are level 30 as well. And then your mastery, your Geared Mastery Dragons is going to also come over time and be adding to your power rank with time as well. So I hope this guide, again, it was not really an in-depth guide. It was just more of covering sort of how you are going to progress through the power rank to gain that more mastery. And again, if you have 0 mastery rank, which would be super impossible, you would still you wouldn't hit in 47, but you will probably hit 45,000 easily. Of course, again, that's of course again with the max gems and also with the max mastery. I do want to show you guys really quickly because this is not part of the video. Well, the title, but I do want to show you my worst character. You can see this is 33,000, and again I'm getting 23,000 from my gems, and these are gems that are still stellar and just maxed out. They're not maxed out on the stats either. They're not I haven't, because it's not something I usually play very much. You can see this is 7%, this is 17% and 50, and you can see it's also on this, you know, on the physical damage. It has to be on the light here instead, right? So I haven't changed that around either, but I'm still getting 23,000 from just my gems. So and I only have equipped not just level 3 gear and level 2 ring, and so a little random banner. And these are only pearled up because pearls are so cheap to get. But they're not, you know, you can see it's not at all powered up. It's I don't want to spend anything on 3 because I have access to 4, so I could just get some more of 4s. But again, it's all about the gems. So I just wanted to show you what probably I'm gonna say normal character, but don't get me wrong, but something that is more obtainable maybe for some people. This would be, I would say this is the person around towards the end of the mid game. This would probably be what your power rank would be, or start end game approximately also. But you know, since we do have the crystal tier now, end game has moved more into a crystal tier kind of way. But this is where I would basically also upgrade them with the converters and all that stuff. Would be the next step for this class. So the next thing I would do for here is that I would upgrade all of these from you know, not particularly this gem here, but this one, for example, I would upgrade this one into crystal, and then I would max it out as well. So just wanted to show you guys this, and of course it do add up that I do have the mastery rank I have, a Geared Mastery rank of dragons and stuff. It do add up, but I still get 5,000 out of this one, 5,400 from this equipment. So I hope it gave some people some perspective on how you are going to progress through the game. So again, it's not a super in-game guide, but I do have guides down in the description. I think I also link every, you know, all the, you know, guys that I do have. Sorry for the ramble, but yeah, I would link all the links, all the videos, all the guides in the description, so you guys can do that one, and also the in-game guides for, of course, all the classes as well. So anyways, enough rambling. I wanted to make it a sort of short video. It kind of turned out a little bit longer than I expected to, but thank you for watching this long, and again, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.